Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Online. In today's session, we'll be continuing with number series. We had already dealt with this topic in our previous session. What did we learn there? Let's have a quick recap. First, what did we do? We tried to identify the logic hidden within this series. What could the logic be? It could be either addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, squares, or so on. So, we learned how to identify the logic that is hidden within the series in our previous session. How did we do that? We followed three simple steps. What were those three steps? The first step was we took the difference between the first term and the last term. And if the difference was large, we got to know that it was either multiplication or division. And then if the difference was small, we got to know that there was either addition or subtraction that was involved within the series. Now, what did we do in our second step? We checked if there is an increment or a decrement. If there was an increment and the difference was large, we knew that there was multiplication that was involved. And if there was an increment and the difference was small, what was it? It was addition that was involved. Now, we have seen if there was an increment. What if there was a decrement in the series? What would happen? If there was a decrement in the series, it used to be always division whenever the difference was large, or there's a division symbol here, and whenever there's a decrement, when the difference was small, it used to be subtraction. I hope this is clear for you people. We have solved a few questions in our previous class. So in today's class, what we'll be seeing, we'll be continuing those problems. What is the problem? Where did we stop? We stopped at sixth problem, probably sixth problem. Now we'll be seeing the seventh problem in your material. What is it? What does it say? The series goes like this. It is 7, 11, 18, 29, and there's a question mark, and 76. When you see a question mark here, what you need to understand? That the question is based on the missing term, and we need to find the missing term. What is the other type of question that could be asked? That was wrong term. You could rarely find a question on wrong term, but still there is a possibility that even the wrong term questions can be asked. Now, whenever your series is like this, what did we do? We compared the first term and the last term. But then wait, when you see the first term here, that is 7. What is the second term? 11. We don't understand much. But look at the third term. What is the third term? We had already solved one question which was similar to this. What is it? Third term is the sum of first and second term. What is my first term here? 7. What is my second term? 11. What is my third term here? It is 18. It is nothing but the sum of my first term and the second term. So how did I get my third term? Sum of first term plus second term. That is my third term. Now let me check that with the fourth term as well. How will I be getting my fourth term? I should add my third term and the second term. What is my third term here? It is 18. What is my second term here? It is 11. So what is 18 plus 11? We get 29. We are getting the correct answer here. Same way. So what is my missing term? What will be my missing term here? Missing term will be nothing but the sum of my fourth term and the third term, that is 29 plus 18. What is 29 plus 18? 29 plus 10 gives me 39, plus 8 gives me 47. So my missing term will be 47. Let me cross verify that. Now, how do I cross verify? I'll take my fourth term. So I'll add fifth term and the fourth term. It should be giving me my final term. So what is my fifth term? 47. What's my fourth term here? 29. What is 47 plus 29? 47 plus 20 gives me 67. Plus 9 gives me 76. Isn't that the last term that I have here? Yes. Meaning the answer that I've got, that is 47, is the correct answer. Do we have that in our options? Yes. Option D, that is option D, 47 is the right answer. Now, let us look at our next example. What does it say? It is a question that is from CGL 2016. A series is given with one term missing. Choose the correct alternative from the given ones that will complete the series. What is the series here? It is 19, 28, and then what is that? 39, and then there is 52. There's a question mark here, and then for the last term there is 84. So look at this series. What should we do? We should follow our three simple steps. What's that? Compare the first term and the last term. Take the difference between them. Is the difference big? It will range somewhere between 50 to 60. The difference is not very big. So the difference is small. So we got to know that there must be either addition or subtraction involved. Are the terms in the series increasing or decreasing? The terms are increasing. 19 is going on to become 28. 28 is going on to become 39. So the terms are increasing, meaning there must be addition that is involved within the series. So when you get to know that there is addition involved within the series, what do? We start taking the difference between the consecutive terms. What is the difference here? 28 and 19. 19 plus 9 gives me 28. What about 28 and 39 here? Now again, the difference becomes 11. 28 plus 10 gives me 38, plus 1 gives me 39. What about 39 and 52? What is the difference here? 39 plus 10 gives me 49, plus 3 gives me 52, 13. So when I look at this, what is 9, 11 and 13? What are 9, 11 and 13? They are odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers starting from 9. So what is my next odd number after 13? It will be 15. So how do I get my missing term here? I need to add 15 to 52. Why do I need to add? Because there is addition involved in the series. So 52 plus 15 gives me 67. So let me cross verify that. Now what will be my next odd number after 15? It will be 17. Meaning if I add 17 to 67 and if I get 84 as the answer, it will be correct. So what is 67 plus 17? 67 plus 10 gives me 77, plus 7 gives me 84. Meaning the answer or the missing term that I find out, that is 67, is the correct answer. Do we have that in our options? Yes. Option C, 67 is the correct answer. So what's our next question then? What does it say? Find the wrong number in the series. Okay, let us deal with this at the end of this class. Now let us move on to the next question then. Then what is the next question? Which number comes next in the series? What is the series here? The series here is like this: 1, 5, and then there is 2, 6, 3, 7, and then there is a question mark, meaning there is a missing term here. So just a moment, people. Yes. So now look at this series. What's happening in this series? The terms are they increasing or decreasing? See, when you compare my first term and the second term, there is an increment. When I compare my second term and the third term, what's happening? There is a decrement here. What about third term and the fourth term? There is again an increment. What about fourth term and fifth term? There is a decrement. Again there is an increment. Meaning in this series, there is an alternative increase and decrease within the series. Now what do I need to do? I'll start taking the difference between the consecutive terms. What is the difference here? 1 to 5. How do I go from 1 to 5? I need to add 4 to 1 to get 5. From 5 to 2, there is a decrement, meaning there will be subtraction involved. What should I subtract from 5 to get 2? I need to subtract 3 from 5 to get 2. Similarly, what next? What's happening? There is an increment, meaning there is a positive sign. So from 2 to 6, how can I go? I just need to add 4. Similarly, from 6 to 3, what's happening? Minus 3. From 3 to 7, there is plus 4. Look at these terms. There is addition of 4, subtraction of 3. Addition of 4, subtraction of 3. So what should be my next difference here? Next difference or the next term here should be subtraction of 3. So to get my missing term here, what do I need to do? I need to subtract 3 from 7. So if I subtract 3 from 7, what do I get? I get 4. And do we have that in our options? Do we have that in our options? Yes. Option C, that is 4, is the correct answer. I hope everything that I've taught till now is clear for you people. Now let us look at our next question. What is our next question? It is also from Ssc Cgl 2016. So the series goes like this. It is 8. The next term in the series is 15. And then there is 28. And then there is 53. And a question mark. So that is my missing term. Look at my first term here. So how do we generally solve these kind of problems? We take the first term and the last term. Take the difference between the two. Check if the difference is large or small. But then wait. Look at my first term and the second term. My second term is close to double of my first term. Similarly, look at my second term and the third term. My third term is close to twice my second term. So what is happening here? There's a multiplication of 2. So how do you get to know this? You need to practice. Once you start practicing, you start identifying the logic very easily. Now let me tell. So how do I get 15 from 8? If I multiply 8 with 2, what is the value that I'll be getting? I'll be getting 16 here. So from 16 to 15, what do I need to do? I need to subtract 1. So I'll be getting 15 here. Similarly, my second term and the third term. What do I do first? I'll multiply my second term with 2. So what do I get? I get 30 here. So from 30 to 28, how can I go about? I should subtract 2 from 30 to get 28. So if I subtract 2 from 30, I'll be getting 28 and that will be my third term. Now compare my third term and the fourth term. What do? I multiplied my third term with 2. So if I multiply my third term with 2, what do I get? 28 into 2 gives me 56. So that is 56. 56. Now what do I need to subtract from it? I need to subtract 3 from it because I'm subtracting 1 here, I'm subtracting 2 here, and you know that I got 56. My fourth term here is 53. So I need to subtract 3 here. So I'll be getting 53 here, meaning I need to multiply it with 2 and subtract 1. Multiply it by 2, subtract 2. Multiply it by 2, subtract 3. What will be my next logic here? I need to multiply my fourth term with 2. That is 53 into 2. What do I get? I'll get 106. Now which number should I subtract it with? 1, 2, 3 are done. So it should be 4. So what will be my answer here? 106 minus 4. That is nothing but 102. So my final answer will be 102. Do we have that in our options? Yes. Option D, 102 will be my final answer. So let us look at our next question then. What is our next question? Find the missing term in the series. This is also from Ssc Cgl 2016. From one single year we are getting so many questions, so that you should understand the importance of this topic. So what is my series here? The series goes like this. 2, 3, 8, there's a question mark, and then there is 112, and then there is 565. Now look at my problem here. Look at my series here. My first term is 2. My last term is 565. Meaning there is a drastic increment. The difference is very large. Which means there must be either multiplication or division that will be involved within the series. But now let us check if the terms in the series are increasing or decreasing. Are they increasing or decreasing? 2 to 3, there is an increment. 3 to 8, increment. 112 is an increment. 565. The terms are increasing, meaning there is multiplication that is involved within the series. But then, do I get 3 if I multiply some number with 2? No. So what do I need to do? I need to add as well. So what do I do? 2. I take 2. I multiply it with what number? I need to multiply it with 1 and add 1. So 2 multiplied with 1 gives me 2 plus 1 gives me 3. Similarly, my second term here is 3. What do I do here? I multiply it with 2 so that I go close to 8. So what is 3 into 2? 3 into 2 gives me 6 plus 2 is giving me 8. Now from 8 there is a question mark here. I don't know. So let me check this here. Let me check this if this is working out. So what do I do next? I take my next term, my third term here, that is 8. I multiply it with 3. So what do I get? 8 into 3 gives me 24. Then what do I need to add? I need to add 3. So I'll be getting my missing term as 27. So my missing term would be 27. Let me cross verify if 27 is correct. How do I do that? Now I need to take 27, multiply it with 1 is done, 2 done, 3, then it should be 4. So I need to multiply 27 with 4. And I need to add what? Into 1 plus 1, into 2 plus 2. So into 4 plus 4. I need to add 4 to it. So if I multiply 27 and 4, what do I get? 20 into 4 gives me 80. 7 into 4 gives me 28. 80 plus 28 gives me 108 here. So 108 plus 4 is giving me what? It will be giving me 112. So isn't that the same term that I require? Meaning the answer which I have got here, that is 27 is the right answer. Do we have that in our options? Yes, option C or option 3, 27 is our right answer. So let us move on to the next question then. What is our next question? What does it say? Question please. Yeah. The next question is, a series is given with one term missing. It is similar to the previous question. It is from Ssc Cgl 2016. It's once again from the same year. There are so many questions from number series from 2016. What is the series here? 463. What is my next term here? 452. My next term here is 439. What is my next term then? 424. And then there is a missing term. So, don't get scared looking at the huge numbers here. Be calm and follow the procedure that we are following till now. What is happening here? Look at my first term. Take my last term. Take the difference between them. What is the difference? Difference will range somewhere between 30s or 40s. So, if the difference is between 30s and 40s, it means that the difference is small. Meaning there should be addition or subtraction that is involved within the series. Now compare the terms. Are they increasing or decreasing? 463 to 452, there is a decrement. 452 to 439, there is again a decrement. 439 to 424, there is again a decrement. Meaning the series is a decreasing series. So my final term should also be less than 424, meaning there should be a decrement after 424 as well. Now when I get to know that there is a decrement and the difference is small, what is involved in the series? It's always subtraction. Now let me take the difference between the two terms. What is the difference here? 463 to 452. I need to add 11 to 452 to get 463, or I need to subtract 11 from 463 to get 452. Am I right? So I need to subtract 11 from 463 to get 452. Similarly, 452 to 439, what is the difference? 439 plus 10 gives me 449 plus 3. That is, I need to add 13 to 439 or subtract 13 from 452. Similarly, how to go about this? 439 to 424, how can I go? I need to subtract how much? I need to subtract 15 from 439 to reach 424, or I need to add 15 to 424 to get 439. Now look at these. What are these? These are subtraction of odd numbers starting from 11. So what will be my next odd number after 15? My next odd number is 17. Do I need to subtract or add? I need to subtract 17. I need to subtract 17 from 424. So what will I be getting? 424 minus 7 gives me 417, minus 10 gives me 407. Do we have that in the option? Yes, option A. 407 will be my right answer. So my missing term here would be 407. Am I clear, people? Are you understanding this? So quickly copy this down. Let's move on to the next question once you are done copying. I hope everything is clear till now. Let's move on to the next question then. What is our next question? From which year it is? It is from Ssc Cgl 2017. What is the question? Question goes like this. There's 19, then 26, and then there is 45, then 71, and 116. So look at this question. Do you understand something? We have solved one question similar to this in this class and other questions in previous class as well. So what is happening? Look at my first term, you don't understand anything. Second term, again, you don't understand much. But when I look at my third term, what is my third term? It is the sum of my second term and the first term. So what can I write 45 as? 45 can be written as 19 plus 26. What is 19 plus 26? 26 plus 10 gives me 36 plus 9 is giving me 45. Similarly, what is 71? 71 is my fourth term. It is got by adding my second term and the third term. What is my second term here? That is nothing but 26. My third term here is 45. What do I get if I add 45 and 26? 45 plus 20 gives me 65 plus 6 gives me 71. So my logic is correct here. Let me cross verify it once again. Now how do I do that? 71 plus 45. What do I get? 71 plus 40 gives me 111. So 111 plus 5 gives me 116. Meaning my logic here is correct. It is the sum of previous two terms. How do I get my missing term here? I need to add 71 to 116. If I add 71 to 116, what do I get? 116 plus 70 gives me 186. 186 plus 1 gives me 187. So my missing term here is 187. Do we have that in our options? Yes, option D, 187 will be my final answer. Am I clear, people? Are you able to understand this? Shall we move on to the next question then? What is our next question? The next question is, it's also from CGL 2017. The next question goes like this: 5, 13, 40, 104, and then there is a question mark here. What is happening? Look at my first term, which is 5, my last term. I don't know if this difference is big or small. Why? The terms are increasing gradually, but then the difference seems to be big. So what do? Whenever I am confused, the first thing I need to do is start taking the difference. Whenever you don't know what the logic is hidden within the series, you start taking the difference. So what is the difference between 5 and 13? The difference here is 5 plus 5 gives me 10 plus 3 gives me 8. So that is, 13. So my difference here is 8. 13 to 40. What do I need to add to 13 to get 40? 13 plus 7 gives me 20 plus 20 gives me 40, meaning I need to add 27. From 40 to 104, 40 plus 60 is 100 plus 4. So my next difference here is 64. Look at these terms, 8, 27 and 64. What are these? Can you understand something when you look at these terms? Yes, these terms are nothing but cubes. 8 can also be written as 2 cube. 27 can also be written as 3 cube. The same way, 64 is also nothing but 4 cube. So these are cubes of my consecutive numbers. So what is my next cube? It should be 5 cube here. So if it is 5 cube, what should be the difference here? The difference here must be 125. So what is my missing term? My missing term is 104 plus 125. That is nothing but 229. Do we have that in our options? Yes, option A, 229 will be my final answer. Am I clear, people? Are you able to understand this? Shall we move on to the next question then? What is our next question? The next question goes like this. This is also from Ssc Cgl. This is also a question on missing terms. So my question goes like this. That's 100. Then there is minus 20. Then there is 4. And then a question mark. And then 0.16. And then minus 0.032. Is this the series? This is the series. Have I missed out any sign here? It is plus 100, minus 20, plus 4, plus 0.16. Yes, I have not missed any sign. So I have got a series like this. How do I approach it? Look at my first term. My first term is 100. My last term is 0.032. There is a decimal and there is a drastic decrement, meaning There is a division that is involved in the series. Now, what do I need to divide 100 by to get 20? I need to divide 100 by 5. So, if I divide 100 by 5, so this can also be written as into 1 by 5. 100 divided by 5 can also be written as 100 into 1 by 5. Am I right? But then I have a negative sign here. So, what do I need to do? I need to divide 100 by minus 5, meaning 100 into minus 1 by 5. What do I get? I get minus 20 here. Let me check with the same logic here. My second term is minus 20. I need to divide it by 5 or multiply it with minus 1 by 5. If I multiply 20 with minus 1 by 5, what do I get? Minus and minus cancels. So, I will be getting a plus here, or minus into minus is a plus. So, 20 by 5. What is 20 by 5? We get 4. So, we are getting the same term here or the same answer here. So, my next term would be my missing term. How do I get my missing term? I need to take my third term, that is 4. It's plus 4. I need to divide it by 5 or multiply it by minus 1 by 5. So, what will I be getting here? 4 by 5 minus into plus, it is minus. So, 4 by 5 is nothing but 0.8. 5 8 is 40. So, it is 0.8. So, there is a negative sign here. So, I am telling that my missing term here is 0.8 minus 0.8. But is it correct? How to cross verify it? Now, let me take this number, that is minus 0.8 minus 0.8. Let me divide it by minus 1.5. Let me divide it by minus 5, or I can also be writing it as 0.8 into minus 1 by 5. What will I be getting? 5 ones, 0.16. So, it will be minus into minus plus 0.16. Is it the same number that I have here? Yes. Meaning that minus 0.8 is the right answer, and that is the missing term that I had to find out. Do we have that in our options? Yes. Option D, minus 0.8 will be our final answer. Be very careful, people. There's one more option, that is option A, 0.8. So, they have given that option only to confuse you. There is a negative sign here. So, don't forget this negative sign. So, the answer is minus 0.8 and not 0.8. So, my option D will be the right answer. So, let's move on to the next question then. What is the next question? Next question is from Ssc Cgl 2017. So, the question goes like this. The series is like this: minus 7.25. Then there is minus 5.75. And then what is my next term here? Minus 4.25. What is my next term after that? Minus 2.75. And then I have a question mark here. So, I have the next term is 0.25. I will be writing it down. So, I don't have the place here, so I will be writing it down, don't get confused. Minus 0.25. This is my last term. Now, look at this. Take the difference between the first term and the last term. Is the difference big? No, the difference is small, meaning there must be addition or subtraction that is involved within the series. But is it an addition or a subtraction? You people tell me. Is it increasing or decreasing? 7.5 to 5.75. You people might be telling that it is decreasing, but no. Why am I telling that? Because it is negative sign here, minus 7.25 and minus 5.75. Minus 5.75 is greater than minus 7.25, meaning there is an increment here. From minus 5.75 to minus 4.25, what's happening? Again there is an increment, meaning the terms in the series are increasing. So, there must be addition. So, what do I need to add to 7.25 to get 5.75? I need to add 7.25 plus 1 gives me 6.25, minus 7.25 plus 1 gives me 6.25, plus 0.5 gives me minus 5.75, meaning I need to add 1.5 to minus 7.25 to get minus 5.75. So, next from 5.75 minus 5.75 to minus 4.25, how do I go about? I need to again add plus 1.5. So, 5.75 plus 1 minus 5.75 plus 1 gives me minus 4.75 plus 0.5 gives me minus 4.25. Similarly, between minus 4.25 to minus 2.75, what's happening here? Again, I'm adding plus 1.5. So, I'm getting 3 same logics here. Meaning, the logic in the series is I need to add plus 1.5 to the previous term to get my next term. So, to get my missing term, what do I need to do? I need to add minus 2.75. I need to add plus 1.5 to this. If I add plus 1.5, what do I get? Minus 2.75 plus 1 gives me minus 1.75. Minus 1.75 plus 0.5 gives me minus 1.25. Do we have that in our options? Do we have that in our options? Yes. Option B, minus 1.25 is the right answer. Once again, they have given you option A as plus 1.25. That is nothing but that they have given that only to confuse you. So, people don't get confused. You have done all the hard work. You have got the right answer. Now, don't mark the wrong answer and lose the mark. So, once you have reached here, you need to always mark the right answer. That is option B, minus 1.25 will be my right answer. So, have you people understood this? Any doubts? So, quickly copy this down. Once you are done copying, let us move on to the next examples. So, I hope everything that I have taught till now is clear for you people. Now, we are done with the previous year questions. Now, what am I doing? I am taking other patterns. There can be various patterns that can be formed in number series. So that for you people to be good with the topic, I am taking other patterns from other exams which is not SSC. So now, let us see the question. What does the question tell? What should come in the place of the question mark? So, this is also a question on missing terms. So, as I told you, missing terms will be asked in most of the examinations. There will be very rarely wrong term questions. But then you will have to be prepared for both missing term as well as wrong term. Now, what is the question? What is the series? The series is 7, 14, 22, 34, 55, 92, and then there is a missing term, that is a question mark. Now, what's happening? Now, look at the series. Is the difference between the first term and the last term big? No, the difference is small. But wait, when I look at my first term and the second term, what's happening? 7 into 2, that is multiplication. 7 into 2 is giving me 14. Then look at my third term here. The third term is 22. But what is 7 into 3? 7 into 3 is 21. So, which means I will not be going with my multiplication. Instead, I will be following my same steps. That is, look at my first term and the last term. Take the difference between the two. The difference is small. So, there will be either addition or subtraction that will be involved within the series. Now, are the terms increasing or decreasing? The terms are increasing, meaning there is addition that is involved within the series. So, from 7 to 14, what do I need to add to 7 to get 14? I need to add 7. So, I need to add plus 7 to 7 to get 14. Now, 14 to 22. So, what do I need to add to 14 to get 22? I need to add 8. 14 plus 8 gives me 22. Similarly, from 22 to 34, what do I need to add? I need to add, again, I need to add 12 here. So, it is plus 12. What about 34 to 55? 34 plus 20 gives me 54. So, 21 is giving me 55. From 55 to 92, what do I need to add? I need to add 55 plus 40 gives me 95 minus 3, meaning 47. I need to add 47 to 55 to get 92. Am I right? Am I right? 55 plus 40 gives me 95. So, it's not 47, it is 37. So, it is 37 here. Now, look at these terms in this series, or look at the terms here, the differences. Do we get any logic here? No. Then what do I need to do? As I told you in my previous class, I need to consider this as my first series and this as my second series. Now, in my second series, compare my first term and the last term. Is the difference big? No, the difference is small. So, it is addition or subtraction. Since the terms are increasing, it is addition. So 7 to 8. What is the difference between 7 and 8? 7 and 8 difference is 1. What about 8 to 12? What is the difference here? The difference here is 4. What about 12 to 21? What do I need to add to 12 to get 21? I need to add 9. What about 21 to 37? I need to add 16 here. Now look at these terms. What are these? 1, 4, 9 and 16. These are nothing but squares. Squares of consecutive terms starting from 1. 1 can also be written as 1 square. 4 can be written as 2 square. What about 9? 9 can be written as 3 square. 16 is nothing but 4 square. Okay, this is 4 square. So what would be my next difference here? Next difference should be 25. That is nothing but 5 square. So what is the missing term here? I need to add 37 and 25. What do I get? 37 plus 25 gives me 57 plus 5. That is nothing but 62. So I need to add 62 to 92 to get my missing term. So 92 plus 62 gives me 154. So do I have that in our options? Yes. 154. Option B, 154 will be my final answer. Am I clear, people? Am I clear? Shall we move on to the next question then? What is the next question? What should come in the place of the question mark? What is the series here? The series is 6, 12, 36, 144 and a question mark. So this is also a question on missing terms. Now let us see. When you look at the series, what can you tell? 6, there is another 6, 12, 36. They are all nothing but the multiples of 6 here. They are nothing but the multiples of 6. Now let me write it down. 6. From 6 to 6, how do I go? I need to multiply 6 with 1 to get 6. Now 12, how do I get 12? I need to multiply 6 with 2, so that I'll be getting 12. What about 36? What do I need to do? I need to take 12 and multiply it with 3. So 12 into 3 gives me 36. What is happening here? It is into 1, 2, 3. So what should be my next multiplication? What do I need to multiply with 36 to get 144? I need to multiply 4 with 36 to get 144. Is this logic working? Let me check. 30 into 4 gives me 120. 6 into 4 gives me 24. 120 plus 24 gives me 144. Meaning my logic is right. I am getting the right answer. So how do I get my next term here? The missing term? I need to multiply 144 with what? I need to multiply 144 with 5 to get my missing term. What is 14 into 5? 70. Meaning 140 into 5 is 700. 4 into 5 is 20. 700 plus 20 gives me 720. Do we have that in our options? So my missing term here is 720. Do we have that in our options? Yes. Option B, 720 will be my final answer. Am I clear, people? So quickly copy it down. Once you're done copying, we'll move on to the next problem. The next question is, find the next number in the place of the question mark. Once again, it's the missing term that we need to find out. What is the series here? What are the terms of the series? It is nothing but 10. Then there is 40. And then there is 60, 72, 78, and then a question mark, which is my missing term, and I need to find that missing term here. Now what do? I take my first term and the last term. Take the difference between them. What is the difference between 10 and 78? It is somewhere between 60s, somewhere in 60s. So is the difference big or small? The difference here is small, meaning there will be either addition or subtraction that is involved within the series. Are the terms in the series increasing or decreasing? They are increasing. Hence, it is nothing but addition. So once I get to know this, I quickly start taking the difference between the consecutive terms. What is the difference here? The difference here is 30. What about 40 to 60? The difference here is 20. From 60 to 72, the difference here is 12. 70 to 78, the difference here is 6. Now what's happening? Am I able to find any logic from this series? No. So what do I need to do? I need to consider this as my first series, consider this as my second series. Now start applying the same rules for my second series as well. So compare my first term and the last term. The difference is not very big and the terms are decreasing, meaning there is subtraction that is involved in the series. So what do I need to subtract 30 by to get 20? I need to subtract 30 with 10. So if I subtract 10 from 30, I get 20. From 20 to 12, what do I need to subtract 20 by? I need to subtract 20 by 8, or I need to subtract 8 from 20 to get 12. Now what do I need to subtract 12? What do I need to subtract from 12 to get 6? I need to subtract 6 from 12 to get 6. Now look at these terms, 10, 8 and 6. What are these? These are consecutive even numbers in the decreasing order. 10, 8, 6. So what is my next term, next even number in the decreasing order? It is 4. So is it addition or subtraction? Since the terms in the series are decreasing, it is subtraction. So 6 minus 4, what do I get? I get 2 as my answer. So now, if this is my 2, this is 2, this is nothing but the difference between my missing term and the previous term, that is 78, that is 2. How do I get the missing term? I need to add 78 and 2, which will be giving me 80, and that will be my final answer. Do we have that in our options? Yes, option C, 80 will be my final answer. So let us move on to the next question then. Let me be a little quick from this question. What does the question say? Again, this is from missing term. So what is the series? The series here is 18, and then there is 20, then there is 16, and then there is 24, and then there is a question mark, which is my missing term, and then there is 40 here. So how do I go about it? Check my first term and the last term. The difference is not very big. Are they increasing or decreasing? When I compare 80 and 20, there is an increment. When I compare 20 and 16, there is a decrement. Once again, when I compare 16 and 24, there is an increment. So it means it is alternative increment and decrement, meaning this should be decreasing and then there should be an increment here. So let me start solving. Whenever there is increment and decrement, what do? We start taking the difference between the two terms. What is the difference between 18 and 20? The difference here is 2. Since there is an increment, it is plus 2. What about 20 to 16? There is a decrement, so it is negative. 20 to 16, the difference is 4. What about 16 to 24? The difference here is nothing but 8. The difference here is 8. Since there is an increment, it is plus 8. So next there must be a decrement, so it must be minus. Look at these terms here. This is 2. 2 is doubling itself to become 4. Again, 4 is doubling itself to become 8. So what if 8 doubles? What will be my next difference here? If 8 is doubling itself, it will become 16. So my next difference must be 16. And then what should be the difference after that? It should be positive plus, since there should be an increment, and 16 must double itself, meaning I should have 32 here. So what is 24 minus 16? What do I get? I get 8. So I get 8 as my missing term. So is that the correct answer? How to verify it? I need to add 8 and 32. If I get 40, that's the correct answer. Obviously 32 plus 8 is nothing but 40, meaning my 8 is my correct answer. Do we have that in our options? Yes, option D, that is 8, is our correct answer. So let's move on to the next question then. What is the next question here? The next question is 14, 28, 84, 336 and a question mark. Quickly write it down. 14, 28, 84, 336 and a question mark. When I see 14 and 336, I can get to know that there is multiplication that is involved, since the difference is big. Now 14 to 28. How can I go from 14 to 28? I need to multiply 14 with 2 to get 28. If I multiply 14 with 2, I get 28. Now, if I multiply 28 with 2, what do I get? I get 56, or my units digit will be 6. Here my units digit is 4. So what do I need to multiply 28 with? I need to multiply 28 with 3 to get units digit 4. So 8 into 3 gives me 24. So units digit will be 4. What is 28 into 3? 20 into 3 gives me 60. 8 into 3 is 24. Meaning 28 into 3 is 84. So I have got my correct logic here. Is it in multiplication of 2? There is multiplication of 3. So what should be my next term here? It should be multiplication of 4. How can I get 336 from 84? I need to multiply 84 with 4. Units digit is again 6. 4 into 4 is 6. We are getting the right one, right unit digit here. So let me quickly multiply it. 8 into 4 gives me 320. 4 into 4 gives me 16. 320 plus 16 gives me 336. Meaning this logic is correct here. So what should be my next logic here? I need to multiply. How can I get my missing term here? I need to multiply 336 with what number? I need to multiply 336 with 5 to get my next term here, or the missing term here. What will I get if I multiply 336 by 5? I'll be getting 150, 163, 168. 336 divided by 2 is 168. So 1680. I'll be getting 1680 as my missing term. Do we have that in our options there? Yes. Option D, 1680 will be my final answer. But then, how did I get this 168? How did I directly write 168 here? Look, in speed math, we have already learned that whenever you're multiplying some number with 5, what do we need to do? Instead of multiplying 336 into 5, what do we do here? We take 336, divide it by 2 and multiply it by 10. Why do we do this? 5 can also be written as 10 by 2. Am I right? So, what is 336 by 2? 336 by 2 is nothing but 168. 16 into 2 gives me 32 plus 16 remaining, that is 168. So, 168 into 10 gives me 1680. Am I clear, people? Have you understood this? If you have any doubts, please feel free to put that in the comment section.